All right. We're just going to make a new save file.
No.
See if the controller works. There you go.
My most insufferable Palpatine moment has ended.
That barely worked. I hope I'm not too late. Oh yeah, we don't have all the movement tech anymore. We don't even have her weapon.
No, damn it. They're mad at me.
Dream Breaker. So chat. Sybil could totally kick Freddy Krueger's ass, right? So now we have a melee. And because we have the melee, we can do something about this. Okay, we do still have the back jump. Fun thing, if you throw your weapon and you go to a save point, you can summon it. Fun little detail. Otherwise, you need to retrieve it. So, but I think
The tickle monster.
trying to see if throwing it deals damage. It feels like it should. But it's been a while. In fact, it's literally been a year. Like, not a full year, mind you, but a good chunk of one. Far enough that one would consider a revisit. Especially for a pretty short game like this. It's why I keep going back to Momodora. Which, speaking of, I'm on like page 11 of a script. Oh, hello game. I'm on page 11 of a script for making a video on it. It doesn't count for that. We can't slide yet, so...
hella damage.
There we go. Oh, we don't have the ability to transfer into a jump. I know where we can find it, though. Once we get access to levels as a whole. Go through there, whack that. And keep on schmoving. I am a big fan of the Momodora games. I went through 3 and... I went through 3 and I went through Reverie Under a Moonlight back to back. And they still hold up. Though it is funny when you're trying to find the secret boss in 3. Well, after, so, I knew about the secret boss, and I knew vaguely, and, like, I remembered vaguely how, you unlock it. And I didn't, do it correctly, because there's an NPC you need to talk to on all 3 spots. Like, you need to speak with them, like, 3 different times to be able to trade with them, but you need to find them in 3 different places. So if you find them in the first place, then move to the second, then if you find them in the second, you find them in the third. Your disguise is paper thin, but you'll fool most of them. Not like it matters. You're stuck here like the rest of us now. No getting past strong eyes. Also, don't worry, YouTube heads. That was totally not just cropped smut I drew for the thumbnail. What are you gonna do? Stop me? What was that? Oh! It's been a hot second. There you go. There are exactly 2 boss fights in this entire game, and it's funny. This is really cool music for it, too. Fuck. I gotta be careful, because I can't animation cancel out of that. So right now, all that meter is used for is healing, which means that, like, as long as we're getting damage in, we're gonna be doing peachy. That always catches me. And with this first fight, you think like, yeah, it's gonna be... This is a pretty cool boss. I can't wait to see what other bosses there are, and then you get through the game and you're like, oh, there's exactly one other boss in the entire game. Mind you, that one other boss is pretty cool, but the game doesn't really have any, like, other major fights you need to do, for the most part. Other than, like a small encounter. Wait, how do I... I have the key. Hello? Door? I have key. There we go. A tower holding the essence of the princess, never to be seen again. Oh wait, I forgot to stream on Discord. Oop. But with the 3 powers of the sun, one can find their own path. So one dangerous mistake I'm going to be making until we get the item. One of the unlocks allows us to do a sort of long jump after we do a slide. And so I'm very tempted to hit the jump button after, like do a slide into a jump. These crystals are pretty nice, right? They make me feel safe. I think I'm gonna lick it. I bet it's full of minerals. I like the implication that Sybil only looks like the residents here because it's what the people look like in the dream. Which means that Sybil, if you put them into another, like, dream, they would look different. And I've always been curious about, like, I guess, interpretations of other dream versions of Sybil. Like, there's clearly some aspects of them that are sort of unique compared to the denizens around them that, you know, features that maybe they can't control themselves, but that begs the question of, what do their true form look like? What does neutral Sybil look like? So many have been trapped in the dungeon, and for what? For fun. Enemies in this game mostly act to just be obstacles, or, there we go, indignation. Our attacks are better, the more healing we haven't used. But yeah, enemies in this game, there isn't a lot of reason to engage with them. There's supposed to be a new armor display in the library I wanted to see, but with the state of the castle, I can't find the entrance anywhere. I miss that comfy hay. I wonder where it is. Because indignation gives us a little bit of an extension to our reach, we can do that. I remember. I know the tricks. There you go, and because of that, we can immediately get another movement upgrade. Not that I have money right now, but man, I'm pretty sure the soundtrack is on sale somewhere. And I would be more than okay with, if I had disposable income, more than fine with sinking money on getting the soundtrack. Also, a nice little thing of note, you'll notice that sometimes I jump a little late, and that's because there's a couple frames of coyote time. So, you don't need to worry too much about the ledge fucking us too much. There we go, we get the Sungreaves. After a short delay, do an air kick. There's a lot of tech to this. But they do a pretty good job of teaching you how it works by these little sunbeams. Where you can actually build up a lot of distance as you kick off different surfaces at different angles and trajectories. Fiddlesticks. I forgot how we do this. Do we just jump for it? No. Okay, we're gonna heal up a little bit. There we go. And then we off that to do that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oop. I kerfucked it. It's fine. There we go. A no that we can't read. Egg. Obtain power through egg. Okay, so we got that pretty early on. The next item I'd want to get would require that we make it all, like, make it to the front, which, if I remember correctly, which, don't trust me on, fiddlesticks. I have to get reused to the tech. Let me just... Okay. Okay, what about... There we go, and then we... like that, and then we... There we go. But yeah, shorter games like these make for fun replays. Not plot important, but we can... We'll pick that up later. I think this is the front gate that brings us over to the... Yeah, Empty Bailey. Wait, what if I... There we go. Okay, then we climb up here. Charge up some meter as we pass by. I remember first playthrough absolutely missing this. We now have access to solar wind, so now I can do the thing that I've been extremely tempted to do the entire time. We can now do sliding leaps, which will, for the most part, be the fastest way to move. Is there something I want to do using this movement method? I don't think so. Okay, if we climb that, we're gonna... like so, and we... we can get some reliable extra distance this way. Damn. We don't have the big jump. We should probably get that. That'd probably be smart to get before trying much here. I understand my predicament. I understand the folly of man. I think most locations that require a small key, we don't have the jump. Most places that require a small key after that first time are just completely optional. You don't really need to find that many small keys to beat the game. Like only one small key is needed. And that was the one you already saw. That said, because we now have the new movement option, I think we can go grab... Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck. We could have done it. It's possible. I believe in the vision. There we go. Over in Sansa Keep. Fuck. You know what? I'm stupid. Can't grab that because we don't... Yeah. We can't grab those things because we don't have the super jump at this point. Which means, more than likely, we should... Does this key lead anywhere? I'm trying to remember if this... There we go. Shit. I was so smooth with it until I wasn't. Just gonna heal up. I am no longer goaded with the swass. Fuck. I felt like I should have. Wait. Holy shit, that worked. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I see how. That's how we are supposed to do this. Not the dumbass way I did it. We can get some goddamn momentum on us. Alright. We used the key to get a key. Ah, but also... I see the... I see the power. Okay, so I think that might have been a small key we actually needed. There we go. Go. So now we have a move to allow us to get height. We can't do anything about that quite yet. And because we now have because we now have Sunsetter, we can. We have some basic tools to our kit. in terms of movement options. We got good vertical and we got good horizontal. Fuck. There we go. Some break. Hold attack until your weapon is ready. Release to strike. This does not come up that often. But that's a bunch of... Whoops. Oh yeah, the funny one. Hello, funny one. Goodbye, funny one. There is... Can we get up on the door frame? Yes, we can. Because we can get up on the door frame, we can do that. Shit. I was overexcited with the press. Alright. Ah, I see. Just gonna use you to charge up some meter. Nope. Fuck. Okay, we don't need to restart all of that. I misinputted. That's 2 keys. And we came from this side, so it's all fine. We're already down to like 2 of the movement abilities. Because we have
Whoa, that was a lot of my health that just disappeared out of nowhere.
if we take this path, we know where that leads. We made a little bit of a loop around, but we're on the wrong side of it. Okay, but if we can get up there, we can hit to the game. There you go. It wasn't letting me move. I love how you can bat their projectiles back at them, but it never actually hits them. I feel like it's a thing that, like, should happen, but no, it simply do not. Can we just shortcut this? Nope, we have to do it the proper way. Fuck. I want it. I need it. Alright, let's... Hello, chat. We are dirty mushroom pilled. That's a joke.
Or is it?
Is it? Become imp. Become a Momodora imp. Alright, well, we got the objective. The other thing, I'm not sure what it was gonna give us, but whatever. We got another bar of health, and we can now cross the bridge, which gives us another entryway to a place we could already visit from elsewhere, but it's nice to have that shortcut, you know what I'm saying? Kind of running this gauntlet backwards. I love locales that, for whatever reason, it's like We got nightmare core bullshit over here. Me using coyote timing on that jump was entirely reflex. My ass would have fallen otherwise. I was like, oh, there's a gap. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. What's up, Liz? Do not attack the small statue. I remember that thing. It, absolutely will... fuck you up. Wait. I went in a goddamn circle. Nothing much. I spent several hours today editing because I was like, I'm gonna make another YouTube video. And it was gonna be on Momodora. Reverie Under the Moonlight to be exact. Though it's a review on Reverie Under the Moonlight, I do take the events of Momodora 3 into account. And I'm also just having fun with it. I'm a big fan of the series. Honestly, the only game I haven't really played in the series so far is Momodora 2. But I should. I should play 2. I played a bit of 1. I know what happens in 1. I know what happens in 2. But Momodora, for the purposes of, I mean, you don't need to have played Momodora 3 to play Reverie Under the Moonlight. It's just fun added information if you played 3 first. Because in Momodora 3, they allude to the fact that Kaho is was one of 4 priestesses, but the other 3 died. She was the one survivor.
Hello.
Hello, I'm streaming Psuedoregalia while we're just vibing. I'm playing a game I can shut my brain off because I was writing a script for maybe 4 hours? 4 or 5 hours? Since I've been awake before entering into the chat room, and a little bit of when I did get into the chat room. I was like,
sitting here like all day.
I mean, I did walk downstairs to have dinner. That was just like, that's kind of been it, really. Don't know if this sounds rude, but I'm listening, but I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh, it's a indie platformer game. But it's not really it's not really mainstream in any way. It's definitely more niche than games like Celeste.
Well, sometimes any games just blow up.
Yeah. We did not grab the item we needed. I like it. It takes a lot off of Cave Story. The first few games, at the very least.
There's more than 2?
There is more than 2. There's 5 Momodora games.
I think it's Cave Story.
Oh, no, it takes after Cave Story for the first few games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Momodora 1 and Momodora 1, 2, and 3 are very like you can feel the Cave Story, but you stop feeling it once you hit Reverie Under the Moonlight. Then it starts to go into its own identity a little bit. So if you were to compare it to something, if you were to give it a comparison, then Hollow Knight would be pretty close.
The old Metroidvania.
Now, I heard that Switch Witch is similar in play style, but that is literally a porn game. Not that I haven't done a review of that before.
But yeah, I imagine it'd be hard to stream.
Yeah, we're just I'd have to dedicate time to look into it. How does one get from point A to... I remember I did this without the upgrade required. I feel like this is a comeback later that I was a bit too stubborn to do last time. I'll just come back later. I'm making decent enough pace, I don't need to... But yeah, I heard Switch Witch plays plays a bit similarly, so I'm like, oh, you know, I like playing Momodora. But like, yeah, I couldn't really make a review on it. I'm doing loop-de-loops, aren't I? Yes, I am. Lamau.
Oh, that's some shit.
Um,
God, I hate him.
But yeah, I like those games. They're very niche though. I don't really know anybody who plays those games.
I've never even heard of them.
Great series. However, it is very funny that the wiki is so incomplete. We're talking that level of niche for a game.
Oh, dude, it's so niche where the wiki's not even like up to date or like complete. It's like this is an item in the game.
Yeah, it's so niche that you will be missing huge pieces of information. For example, the wiki doesn't know the name of the Nidus. This is in the instruction manual, by the way, and she herself will tell you this when you talk to her, I think the first time. It's like the wiki does it. We need to do another Momodora stream. I've streamed that game multiple times before. I can beat it in one sitting. And now that I've recently done a run like literally yesterday, I can. I literally did a run yesterday. It's like I can probably go sub 20 or not 20 sub 2 hours. If I really tried, I could go to sub 2 hours. My first playthrough was like 8 hours. It's not a long game by any means. I forgot how I did this the last time. We're just gonna go this way. But
I've been playing Expedition 33.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I like that it doesn't like dip into like typical like it's almost like typical fantasy tropes. It's kind of like sci-fantasy, if that makes sense. Where it's not quite like, you know, sci-fi, but it's not quite fantasy, you know.
How I run Airgel sometimes.
Yeah. So like right now I'm walking through like an old like abandoned ass train station, but we're still fighting shit with like swords and rapiers and tech magic. Oh, no, magic kind of weird. But it's really cool because instead of like the typical like turn-based strategy, it kind of dips into like some of like the Mario Luigi like RPG mechanics, where enemies will swing at you in real time and you have to block or dodge. You know, and so enemies won't just throw like one attack either. They'll have like whole like combo strings.
Always
a parry every hit. You get a meaty ass counter attack.
Always a fan of those sorts of games.
Yeah. And your like skills and stuff will have like quick time events. And if you nail them, you get like enhanced effects. Or like even like shit like extra targets. It's actually like not an annoying use of quick time events.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty easy to nail too. They give you like a little timer and.
I mean, it was always fun in the Mario and Luigi series. I think the only time it was given shit was when Yick did it.
Yeah.
And that's because they take so fucking long.
The enemies will kind of, I mean, they'll pull an Elden Ring. You know, if you fought like Margit, the staff attack comes to mind. They'll delay their attacks and shit. Some of them will even like fake you out. Like it looks like they're gonna swing with their right, but they'll like feint and go left. They're set animations. It's pretty good story-wise too. It'll go like from gut-wrenchingly sad of holy shit, we're not gonna make it to complete our objective, we're all gonna die here and it's all gonna amount to nothing, to some pretty funny moments. It's really like some really solid comedic relief. So the gist of the story is like 67 years ago, the world kind of exploded partially, and this mysterious goddess appeared, simply called the Paintress, and she's been counting down from 100, and whenever the number drops to your age, you get Thanos snapped. It's called and every year there's like a festival around it now. It's called the Gamage. It's French for something, I don't know. I don't speak French. It's very French. It's a French game. Every party member has like their own unique little mechanic too. Like Lune has like she gets these like pips. She's like your spellcaster. She'll get these pips every time she casts a spell. They can be colored. I think they're called like stains or something. But if you get ones of certain colors, you can amplify your spells in different ways. So like for example, you can resurrect your ally for free, or you can do increased damage or apply an additional debuff, you know, shit like that. Or Gustav will build up this overcharge meter as you dodge, parry, and deal damage with abilities that he can use to unleash a big Unga Bunga attack. Then there's like, I think her name's like Mael, who's like a fencer, and she switches between offensive and defensive stances, getting buffs for each one. And her skills will swap her between them. And then she also has a special one called Virtuoso, but it's like a special thing. You gotta like jump through hoops to get into it. But it's objectively the best one because it's just raw damage, I think. And it taps into a lot of soul-like mechanics that I really like, makes me enjoy it more. Like, you don't find like consumables, you have like refillable ones, so you're more inclined to use them. Like you still have so many revives, so many health potions, so many mana potions, but you refill them anytime you rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also have a special one called like, I think it's like a chromatic one that just fully heals the whole party with one charge. It's got a really nice mechanic. I recommend it. It's only like $50, I think. It's really well made too.
You drastically overestimate the amount of income I get.
That's fair. That is fair. It's a lot cheaper than most AAA games, but it still has like that quality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's made by like a bunch of like former Ubisoft, like Montreal devs or something. I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, my current disposable income is $5 in a PayPal and $2 sitting right in front of me.
$7.
More or less.
Now, when you get a chance to play it, I'd say it's definitely worth its price. There's a lot of like secret bosses too, and it's not too bad on like basic. There's multiple difficulties, so there's like an easy mode where you don't really have to give a fuck about like the parrying and dodging. There's a normal mode where you don't necessarily like have to give it down, but it's really beneficial that you do. You know, it's still like challenging, and there's certain things you can't beat if you don't know how to dodge or parry, but it's not like gonna fucking murder you to not do it, you know? And then there's the hard mode where if you don't know how to dodge or parry, you're gonna get bent over. And it affects like the parrying and dodging windows too, the difficulties. It's not just like a, hey, we're gonna stick the fuck out of you.
Yeah. So one thing that... So for the game I was talking about earlier, Momodora, so specifically the one I was script writing a video on, Reverie Under the Moonlight, which I thought would have more people knowing about it, but it's just a nope. Which is fine. Look, I typically like choosing, if I'm going to like go all out on writing something for a game, I like choosing things that not a whole lot has been said on it. And you know what? If it's so niche that the goddamn wiki is incomplete, looks at several major characters not having an article, and details of lore not being put in. I could edit the wiki myself, however, Lamau. This is funnier. I'd rather make a jab at it in the video itself. One thing that I like with Reverie Under the Moonlight is that it only exists in Reverie Under the Moonlight. They got rid of it when they... So, it did exist in 1, 2, or 3, to my knowledge. And it doesn't exist anymore after 2. Or not 2, after Reverie of the Moon, like, Reverie Under the Moonlight, Moonlit Farewell got rid of it, but it was, if you take out a kit, like, take out a boss without, taking a single hit, you get, a item just for perfecting a boss. If you're not hit a single time by a boss, you can get an item, and sometimes those items allow you to do sequence breaks and skips. So I have footage of me doing these pretty big sequence breaks that all stem from one of the second boss in the game. It's like Lubella, Witch of Decay. You fight her twice in the game, but the first time you fight her, if you beat her, as well as you also need to not take a hit from the little minion either. The minion whom likes hitting people by pressing them against the wall and fucking them with jank hitboxes. If you take him out without getting hit, and then you fight Lubella's first boss fight without getting hit, she drops an item called the Bachman's Patch. And the reason it allows you to do skips is you can press levers with melee. Or like the way you press levers is you hit it with a melee attack. The Bachmans legally count as melee. And they go through walls. And they also go off screen. So if you angle it right, you can hit levers you don't see and unlock passageways, because the passageways you're unlocking tend to be it's like the passageways you're unlocking tend to be like shortcuts if you're trying to travel back, but you can hit the levers from the other side if you got the Bachman patch.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like a reward for actually doing well.
Yeah.
Just witnessed the funniest exchange in this game. This guy, so he's like a gestural. They're like little biology, like they're like a weird like mannequin, like automaton, right? They're like kind of alive, but not really. And our protagonist is talking to him like, look, this could be our only shot. He's like, this is your only shot. I'm never gonna join you again. It's like, but there will be a lot of fighting though. It's like, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Count me in. Like, yeah, we will be doing a lot of violence though, because they fucking love fighting. Like, you can find their little merchants around and they'll show you their secret menu if you beat them in a duel. It's kind of fun. There's a lot of quirky, like, fun stuff.
Hmm.
Also, this party member is a blue mage that gains his power by stealing feet. Don't ask how it works. They didn't explain how it works.
Ah, this area. Oh, another thing that sequence breaking allows you to do is you get to see a funny thing that I think they accounted for. There's a witch named Codillard. She has a bunch of cats near her. Now, you're supposed to... some of the Bachman patch skips sends you to parts of the game that you definitely weren't supposed to be at yet. The White Leaf Memorial Park being the key place. And when you like when you go to there, you can fight Lubella's second fight immediately after you fought the first one. Normally you're supposed to have fought at least one fight before you're generally expected to have already beaten it was like Friar something. I don't remember his name all that well. The one name I did not care to remember because when getting footage I killed him. I no-hit him first try in under 30 seconds. It's generally expected that you fight him before you fight Lubella the second time. So Lubella being the third, both the second and the third boss is kind of a weird order. But after you beat Lubella the second time, you unlock the cat form. Which unlocks different, it unlocks different routes, so you can immediately go grab the fast travel shard extremely early into the game, cutting down a lot of time, because now you have fast travel as just a given. The second thing is you can't talk to most NPCs while as a cat, so your character will automatically swap to being a human if they're in cat form, with one exception. Codillard will speak to you while you're a cat. And a little ghost image of your human form will be doing the conversation. Which I think is a very neat thing that I'm like, damn, they accounted for that.
W.
Oh, I know.
Yes?
I require to borrow you from.
Steal me away.
I know what I need to acquire. We don't have the wall run boots. I forgot that was even in the game. But yeah, one of my favorite things about the Momodora wiki is that they thought it was a good idea to just have a category listed females. The reason this is funny is because if you look at the wiki for Paramole, it says, oh, he's like the second male character in the entire series. He's in Reverie Under the Moonlight, the fourth game in the series. The first male character in the series is an undead dude you find at the gate in Cursed. The same game. It took them 4 games to include a male character. So having a category labeled male character is extremely funny to me. Because it's easier to count all the male characters that have ever existed in the series than it is the female ones. It's very funny. And in case you're wondering, no, there is not a category in the wiki called male characters. How do I know we can get up there. Fine. What if I dive over here? Is there something I can... Actually, you know what? That'll do. Also, what's over here? Oh, that would have been an easier way to do that. But whatever, we're stubborn. But yeah. It's a funny detail about the wiki. There's a lot of things about the wiki that just amuse me. Most pointedly is whoever was writing the wiki just doesn't know the name of the Nidus, who I feel is at least a little... certainly more important than Paramole. Paramole does exactly one thing, and that is tell you to talk to Codalard. Codalard does exactly one thing, which is to go to the castle. Wait, why did I... Ah, fuck, I'm dumb. That works. And so it's like... So Paramole tells you to talk to Codalard. Codalard tells you to go to the castle. And the the oh yeah, and then also I guess hands you a key to go fight Fennel. And that's about it. Calf. It was the name of the Nidus. She doesn't exactly help you immediately. She definitely has more than one line of dialogue, though. Basically, she goes up and goes like, "Hey, you don't look like you can handle yourself. Go to safety." You go ignore her, you eventually find her over in... I forgot the name of the actual location, but basically you see her having already taken out a quarter of the heretical arsonist's boss fight's health pool. And in the middle of the boss fight, she will help you. Kind of not a good tank because she doesn't draw aggro, but at the very least, she makes for good additional damage with her sword strikes. And then going on from there... It's alright. Getting a bit distracted. My main point... Well, sorry. After she helps you fight the heretical arsonist, she tells you what you need to do to actually enter the castle. Get the 4 pieces of a sacred crest that was bestowed upon the queen, but was shattered into 4 pieces when she got a little bit, a big case of the evil. But that isn't the last you see of her. You do see her again another time. If you go to... once you actually enter into the... once you actually enter into the castle, she goes and tells you that, the next time you see her, she's dying. But, even in that instance, you get a Passiflora, one of the strongest healing item, the strongest healing item in the game. Usable once per, it's like when you use the bell, you can get all of that. There we go. Boom. And without the required item. There we go. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Doing this without the required item. I think. Fuck. Okay, what if we... There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. That's what that does. It's a shortcut. Don't know how we can exploit this. Oh, it might be possible. We just have to get really cracked with the movement. We are not cracked at the movement. We'll deal then. I feel like yeah, that leads to nowhere. Wait. Wait, I think I...
trying to get those fucking speedrun strats down?
I was just saying, so there is a way to get a little extra height without doing the bounce. Good to know. I'm playing this game for the first time in about a year.
I don't think I've actually completed the game because I got lost at some point.
This game is very good at doing that. I have beaten it a year ago. Which is why I think it's very funny that you know how like there's a boss fight at the beginning of the game and you're like, wow, what a fun boss fight. I wonder how many more of those are gonna happen. There are 2 bosses in the game. There are exactly 2 bosses in the game.
Yeah, I wish there were more.
Right? I'm like, they made the combat seem like it was gonna be really cool.
But it's like nothing to fight.
There's nothing big to test your metal in that way. I do like that the final fight, however, does implement your movement mechanics. Like all of the shit you've gotten up until that point. Like it's platformer first. It's action game very second. I mispressed an analog stick. But yeah, I was going on a rant about Momodora. Because I was gonna make a video on it. And I'm like, it's a pretty niche game. To the point where, yeah, no one really hears about it. I thought it was more mainstream than I thought. Like a little bit more mainstream as an indie game. Like I feel like at least people know about it, but it's niche enough that like the wiki doesn't know shit sometimes. Like we're talking that level of niche.
I mean, since you seem to be one of the primary players for it, you could also update the wiki.
I could, but I want to maintain the wiki doesn't know cat's name joke.
Well, I mean, you don't have to update that part then.
Okay, so I said this on stream already, but one of the funniest things I find about the wiki is there's a subcategory for characters called females. Now, why do I find this funny? Well, if you go to the wiki page on the character Paramol, they specifically point out the fact that he is the second male character in the series.
Huh.
He's in Reverie Under the Moonlight, the 4th game. The first one to ever exist was also in Reverie Under the Moonlight.
Oh.
The only person that technically beats him is an undead skeleton, like an undead guy that you see at the front of cars.
So you're telling me that both men that you come across throughout the whole series are both in Bloodborne Town?
Yes. Well, there are more. Moonlit Farewell adds a bit more, but before Moonlit Farewell, there was only 2 male characters in the entire series, and they were both in Reverie Under the Moonlight.
Ah, that's the Toho experience.
Yeah, I basically was like, yeah, so them having a subcategory of characters listed female is extremely funny to me, because the number of named male characters can be counted on a hand.
Like, it's funny that they just didn't do a subcategory, just, I guess, male, and then just not even bother.
Yeah, because
with the other one.
because female is the default in the Momodora series. It's like they have female as the default. Oh yeah, we don't have the wall run shit yet. Also, of those two male characters are the only ones listed in the wiki.
Oof.
There are more in Moonlit Farewell, and I'm pretty sure they have names too. In fact, it's funny because they have the characters have implied like relationships with other characters. It's like, I'm pretty sure the character's name starts with an N. I haven't played Moonlit Farewell in a hot second. I should do that at some point. But fuck, I mistimed it. Yeah, the wiki is definitely not complete. I would amend it, but I want there to be. I want to see how long it takes for it to be corrected, because on the wiki, Kath is just called the Nidus. Like, they did not remember her name. Even though she's kind of one of the more memorable, more memorable characters in that game, because she's reoccurring. You don't find her in one spot; you find her in multiple. Like the first spot you find them is at the front of Karst, directly after you fought Lubella the Witch for the first time, to which she basically goes like, hey, you don't look like you can protect yourself. Find shelter. Like, don't be here. It sucks. Which, like, real. That's real shit. Like, she's a knight, she sees it within her duty to make sure, like, civilians don't go walking around fucking in Bloodborne Town, like... reasonable thought process.
Castle salsa.
Yummers.
On a funny fucking side note, I like how, I mean, I guess this game is still niche-ish, but I like how a bit more mainstream it is. Sheerly because how passionate the fucking artists were when they got their hands on this. There is so much art.
Yeah, I made some.
I'm aware.
It may or may not be cropped and used as the thumbnail for the YouTube video. For the YouTube stream.
And like, I do agree that your first judgment of this character is right. It is just furry bait.
And you know what? Hook, line, and sinker. It may be fish, but glup glup, motherfucker.
Literally, and I think the one funny crossover I see is Sybil, Toriel, and shit. What was that one kobold's name from Atlas? Library lady.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I know who
either
you're
way-
talking about.
Either way, I've seen so much art with all three of those in the same picture.
I think Toriel is the funniest one out of the three because Toriel isn't even like. She was not designed in an inherently like sexual way.
No, she was designed in a very motherly, sweet way.
Yeah, but a lot of people have mommy issues.
Yeah. Which also is I guess why I don't really see her like that.
It's like just a lot of people have mommy issues. Points at the fact that the entire household I'm in made jokes about the fact that we're not gonna be talking to our respective mothers on Mother's Day.
Oof.
Entire household.
Meanwhile, here I am. On my end of things, I helped cook in a like 5-course meal for my mom. I made some good ass pan-seared chicken. With it, like this pan-seared chicken with this garlic parmesan, thicker garlic parmesan sauce. Fucking that. I was fucking basically head chef in that kitchen.
Yeah, no, juxtaposition between your very much like takes a village type family style, as it were, a little bit rowdy, a little bit like, I guess, cozy in that sense. Cuts to my dad declaring he does not have mommy issues because he needs a Ouija board to talk to his. Which, funny, but, you know, it kind of sets the tone of how Mother's Day went.
Yeah. Though unfortunately, one minor thing did go awry on Mother's Day, and it was kind of me and my sister's fault. Because during that day, we had bought like 3 different things of alcohol. One, like this coconut wine thing. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And 2 mimosas, 1 pineapple, 1 strawberry. Me and Samantha were under the impression that we're gonna drink this on Mother's Day because it's a holiday. This was not the case.
Ah.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, she was gonna like share it and all of us were gonna drink, but apparently it was gonna be this weekend, not Mother's Day weekend, which I didn't fully get the logic behind, but I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I'll get you more if you want. And she went, no, it's all right. The damage is done. I'm like, damn it.
Dialogue option incorrect.
You guessed wrong.
You have
Oh my god,
the
we're
timeline.
we have so many people in the stream now. Let's go.
Perhaps it's an illusion.
It's all an illusion.
Oh, then.
And it's 15 minutes till we end anyhow, and I'm just going in circles in this game. I completely forgot where to go.
You are a shark in a tank.
When will you let the zoochosis consume you?
Maybe tomorrow.
This does often when I think about getting lost in video games, I think of somehow getting lost in Pokemon White. And I will say, it was not for any reasonable reason. I think I just didn't. My brain, like, I don't know, malfunctioned, and I just didn't know I had to fight the gym leader, or it didn't come across my mind, so I had to, like, put down the game for a year, then come back, and then be like, oh, the gym leader, and then I proceeded to get floored by the gym leader, like, a dozen times.
How old
Which one
were
was
you
it?
when this happened?
I think, like, I
know,
began at less than 10.
Yeah,
I-
it's, yeah, so, you know, a good excuse as any.
Yeah, no, this has not happened in any modern game.
They expect 11-year-olds to become Pokemon masters?
Yeah, I will say, it didn't help that, like,
To be fair, I wasn't 11 then. So.
yeah, I was younger than the protagonist.
Dude, imagine being N and dropping your, like, philosophical, like, speech, you know?
Yeah,
I wasn't catching any
Yeah.
of that.
And
Yeah,
you're like,
imagine-
10 and like, I'm 10.
yeah. Imagine being Team Plasma. You're
I mean-
you're getting so fucking upset that you're losing to a person without fucking object permanence yet.
I will say, that's pretty much, like, legit what
It's
like,
It's
adds
even
to the
funnier.
games. 'Cause, like, yeah, I think he is,
Puberty.
because I think, like, N is over 18 in, like, the games, and, like, the protagonist is, like, around usual weight.
I also love like Guesses, because I think Guesses just straight up says I will kill you. In, like,
Oh,
five
yeah, no,
seconds or
he's-
something like that. And it's like I will destroy you, and this kid's like, I like the purple clans. They taste like grapes.
I don't like the blue ones. They're a bit
Literally
tired.
Go Charizard.
I mean, I will say in the Adventure series, they do... Someone does kind of die. I don't know enough to
The
fully know if
manga
they make it back.
series is
You
fucking
know the-
crazy, dude. They crucified the gym leaders in that one.
That was wild. I have seen the image, and
Okay.
I don't know why they did.
Yeah,
I
so
want more of that in my Pokemon, please.
so you know the meme of Squidward like getting really close to a child. It's like Sinner. That's just how a lot of Pokemon antagonists come across.
Honestly, the fact that like most Pokemon antagonists are basically foiled by a lack of puberty is quite hilarious.
Dude, imagine getting whooped by some fucking 10-year-old that just got his turtle from the cracked out science professor down the street.
I will say that it's honestly something that makes the less serious, like, Pokemon teams a bit more logical, because it's like, okay, I could reasonably see this happening.
It's like, you know
Also-
what? Sure, the clowns are gonna.
Why are we, the 10-year-old, dealing with Cyrus who wants to destroy our current world to build a new one from the ground up? Where are the police?
Every professor in like Pokemon is 100% always piping your mother,
Especially Juniper.
especially.
The one exception is Ash's Professor Oak because his mom is 100% getting piped by the Mr. Mime.
Oh no.
No, wait, hold on.
We
that
can
one-
all agree on that, right?
Wait, hold on. No, I saw that. I know this isn't like a genuine thing, but I did see one cute ship that I actually do enjoy, and
is
it's
it-
Jessie. It's
Yeah.
Jessie, like Ash's mom, and it's really fucking cute.
If I recall, I saw an image of Jesse wearing a shirt saying, "I'm the mom who stepped up," or some
I'm the
shit
dad
like
who
that.
stepped up.
I'm the dad who stepped up. Yeah.
It
It intrigues me.
it's
No,
funny
I'm
Deadass
because-
brings the Mr. Mime with her on vacation and stuff too.
Well,
Well, yeah, I know the Mr. Mime
think
one,
about
but-
It dresses up for the occasion. It knows style.
Yeah, no, I will say, when it started wearing clothes, that started being like, huh.
Here's the thing with like the little Jesse X Ash's mom fanfic stuff is that fucking in one of the chapters it's like specifically a dad and daughter event, and so like they both just cross dress. Which I'm like, I feel like this could have been a whole Pokemon episode on its own.
I'm
mean,
acting like
kinda,
James
yeah.
wasn't cross-dressing on the daily.
Yeah, I will say,
James is an icon.
Yeah, no,
Pokemon is no
Have
stranger
you-
to cross
Have you seen the funny interpretation of Jesse and James switch who is Jesse and who is James all the time?
I have not.
It's a funny ass interpretation. Where it's just like it's two people swapping who is who.
They're just that good at disguising themselves.
Dude,
They don't
have
in
you
the
seen the beach episode? James James could just spontaneously acquire a rack.
He is capable.
They're both shape
He's too
changers.
powerful. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. Pokemon's wild sometimes.
I feel like the main thing though is like the moment they speak, like their personalities are different enough.
Yeah. Wait, another funny fucking evil team versus 10-year-old one to think about. What was the one from X and Y where he's like, I'm gonna use this doomsday weapon to
it
kill
was
everything
Flare,
on planet
which-
Earth? Yeah, Lysander?
well-
Lysander.
Yeah, which it's interesting because I think the X Games he's like I want to save everyone.
No, I think he wanted to use it to destroy everything to begin with, because no matter
Well, no,
what, it
there-
makes the whole.
There's a the game versions like change what the motive is. Like,
Oh,
one
really?
one's, like,
I
save
played
and the
Y.
other-
I played Y, and he was sickened by human greed.
Yeah, no, I think
He wanted to
Y is.
destroy. He wanted to kill everybody.
Yeah, no, Y is the murder.
And it's like, I'm 10. Why don't you just give everybody more money? I cannot comprehend the socio-political economics of this situation.
I can't even
You know what
comprehend
I'm
the
saying.
word I just said.
I don't even know what that word means.
I mean, I will say at that age you'll have opinions. They'll just not be like even if they're the right ones.
I
It will
think
not be
everybody
based
should
off.
have a pony.
Yeah, it's like whatever opinion you come to will likely be off of the complete wrong information. Like, yeah, we should beat them because I don't like their Pokemon.
And imagine
Your
being
typing
fucking
sucks.
Lysander who invested all this money into all this tech. To make you the ultimate like Pokemon battler, and you get whooped by a 10-year-old with a piece of jewelry they were given on the way. Like, I feel like, yeah, you know, it's kind of probably why they stopped making them like so serious.
Yeah, I feel like Sun and Moon is when they started to tone down on the seriousness. Although, granted, I will say,
They did
Like,
have the
well-
Aether Foundation still.
yeah, I was gonna say the Aether Foundation was still a thing in which,
That was
Like-
a cool twist, honestly.
yeah, I mean, she was straight up leaning into like almost like Eldritch Madness a little bit when you think about it.
You hit
Like, I s-
the space squid venom too hard and started geeking. I hate that they removed her whole like personality in the anime though.
Well, no, I think they like did a little
No.
bit.
Lusamine didn't hate her daughter at all in the anime. She didn't hate Lily at all.
I thought that happened
the
for like a
game-
little bit.
No, in the game, she fucking despises Lily.
Yeah, I know in the games it's like a whole thing. Which, granted, okay, I will say, like I just beat him again because I did like another playthrough to get some Pokemon that I'd like to complete my decks in the current ones, and like I feel like they make up way too quick for both your children running away.
To be fair, she's also got poisoned by a space squid and thought, you know, maybe my ambitions were taken a little too far.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
So I remember so I did the funny thing as a kid, which is so I did exactly once. Normally I give the rival like a normal ass name. But after
Oh,
several rivals of just being like absolute shitters, I was like, okay, I got to Pokemon Black and White and went, alright, this is the time I name him something mean, and then that rival just ended up being like kind of chill. I'm like, I feel bad now.
Was it Sharon? Sharon was pretty chill.
Well, no, you can't name those two. I think it's
Oh.
it must have been White too.
It might
Yeah,
have
no,
been
he was
one, too.
actually really chill. He was kind of an asshole, but he just wanted to get his like little sister's cat back. That shit got ganked, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna get it back."
Although
Yeah.
honestly, I will say I like the arcs of a lot of like the first game's characters.
Yeah, The thing with Pokemon Black and White, like 2 versus Brain, it's like, oh, the rival is pretty chill. Which is funny because that was the first game where I decided, yeah, I'm going to just be an asshole and name him something stupid. I just named him
No.
Nuts.
You know who got forgiven way too quickly? Colress.
Oh, I forgot which one was that. Was that?
That's the guy with the blonde hair with like the blue strip. He literally froze like half of Unova and then he just let him walk away.
Oh yeah, no, he just straight up. He went to Hawaii for vacation and they just let him.
Bro should have been on a watch list.
I
He
love
straight up did, like,
Colress.
I feel like he did like the German scientist thing of like, well, we got found out, off we go.
I feel like he wasn't doing it because he has like morals. He just wanted to know if he could. You
Well,
know
yeah,
what
no,
I mean?
Through most of what I've seen about him, most of what he does seems to be much less for like the views of the people they're working for, and more so just, let's see if we can.
He's not necessarily evil. He's like chaotic neutral. Like, you're giving me the keys to build a machine that could freeze half of a continent? I'm on it.
It's like, okay,
Although I think doesn't he also like fix something in Ultra Sun and Moon? Where like
Yeah, they're,
Team Rocket's trying to take over the multiverse or some shit?
I get to replay that like thing, but I know they also show up to like briefly give you the fusion thing for like Necrozma.
it's the
Lost legendary.
it's the Doofenshmirtz conundrum. Do we detain him or just let him make cool shit?
Yeah. He might have also used the, well, sir, he was threatening me to build stuff. Defense.
I am going to close off the stream because my brain is definitely not multitasking. So